Good afternoon, beautiful people. I hope we are all doing fantastically well. As you can see, it's another beautiful day out on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. It's a stunning temperature. It's not too hot. It's a bit humid if I had to complain about something, but I mean, to be honest, it's not really much to complain about. The sun's moving quite swiftly. Something has been called in, and I've actually, because I know that there's at least one, I've turned the radio off. No. Close. Just the most about the Rietspruit Game Reserve. It's not a left, but with a reserve that really makes you or an actual cat. All right, fence line. Of course, they've given us the wrong direction. Station with the Cheetah coming for Andrew. Thank you.
I'm just putting out our list inside.
Copy that. I'll wait for you to come out. Well, there you go. Andrew's just blind. They didn't give the wrong coordinates, which, you know, it's happened before where we've been given the wrong coordinates. I had just assumed, but Andrew was at fault there. No one else. Only Andrew. I'll take that phenomenally well. I thought I heard low-range four-wheel drive struggling for a second, which... We'll just park here and look pretty for the meantime. There's already two other vehicles. You see, we got here just in time, folks, because we're the next vehicle to go in, but now there's two on standby. So it's clearly struggling, stalling all over the place. Okay, I'll take it back. It's very hot and humid. Mincing, folks. Mincing. So if there's a sweat stain on my back, I'm sorry. There'll be a wise words of wisdom from Andrew for 2025. All right, folks, what is taking so long? Like, it's surely not too... What is going on here? Okay, so he's still coming out. I don't know, I'm still waiting to go in. It's taking like half an hour to pull out of the bush. What can you do? Pardon? Hello, sir. Happy New Year. Cheers, lovers. Alrighty, we are in here, folks. Now it's time. I will say hello to our pack members very shortly, but also a very good afternoon to all of you on our... That side or that side? Remember, it's a simple... Let's just pull in here. Let's see if we can go. No one's really being informative on the radio. Basil, you go. Happy New Year, sir. Oh, shot, Sammy. Take your time, sir. I'm going to try and not disturb them, though. Pain talking is difficult at times. Negative. Take a standby. He's going to have to duck. Aha, see the... Where's the sec? I'm gonna just do a U-turn. A partial cameraman himself knows that it's always easier if the sighting is on the cameraman's side.
Can I take a standby? I'm not sure if you're full.
There's a bit of a pile-up. I saw 3 cars on their way, so I don't know who's first in line for a standby. It's currently just myself in the sighting. Sammy's just left, so one station that's waiting at the fence line can make their way in. Otherwise, everyone else must take a standby.
Yeah, I'll copy that. I'll stop just on the button and take a standby. I'll see what number I am.
Copy that. I think you either 2 or 3 or 1. I actually don't know who's waiting in line.
Copy that. So I'll just wait and hear which number standby I am. Thanks, Andrew.
There we go. As you can hear, it's chaotic on the radio, folks. Absolute chaos, absolute just all over the placeness. Everything is just not going for Andrew this afternoon. Well, except for seeing my beautiful boys. Hey, boys. One cheetah here. Where's your booty? Oh my gosh. Look at that. Wow. That is camouflage. We've just spotted the second one, and Basil and I both like second cheetah is before Basil. There you go. Great work there, sir. Oh, so nice to catch up with our brothers. But now that we're stationary, I can finally say hello to our beautiful pack members. So, here it goes. A very good afternoon to you, Mary, Carol, Jennifer, Becky, Elsa, Betty, Willow, Brian, Jan, Christine, Mom, Dad. Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing fantastically. Do apologize about the link this afternoon. We did schedule the links to go out, but it seems there was a glitch in Patreon again. So I will make sure that tomorrow they go out. I will make a plan. But I do apologize just from our side. No worries. How many are it? Just want to know who I can actually call in and who I need to tell before you go. Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. Guys, enjoy your afternoon, eh? Sorry, folks. Just trying to manage. Jake's for Andrew. Jake's for Andrew. No worries. No worries.
Stand by, Andrew.
Jake's, there's a vehicle. Only one animal was found, and then the whole.
Andrew, come in.
There we go. Standing by.
Can I take the next standby in line for the Cheetah?
Hey, firm. I know Jake's is next, and there's one station waiting at Lowveld of South Africa. You can be standby after that, so you'll be standby 3.
Copy, thank you.
I think. I don't know, I'm losing count at this point. Everyone's so confusing. I don't know what to do. But I hope everybody is doing phenomenally. I see people are dealing with cold temperatures and lots of. At the moment, I'm mincing so much, I wouldn't mind a bit of snow. Might even cool off the rest of the bush. I'm sure the cheetahs wouldn't complain. Jennifer, just tech issues. It seems to be an a worldly experience. I don't know what's going on lately with the signal. Shaggy. Thought that song's gonna get... Becky, yes, unfortunately the cameras are down when he gets back. So unfortunately I can't do maybe. But at the moment, folks, unfortunately the cams are down at the moment. But we're doing our best. I promise to get them up and running again. But I have taken note of it. I do apologize for that. I got your email. But like I said, he's still on. It's been fantastically. So good to have you with us on board again. Now, so good to catch up with Fence and Line. They are tremendously in perfect. Oh, Christine, that's all you need to see. You just want the cheetahs and not the Andrew speaking, but a bit too much at times. But, you know, tangent, but not this afternoon. See these boys say, and then we'll go scour the dams. Go get some of our birders, some new birds for their new listling ducks at Mamba Dam when we originally started. So countless opportunities to get new birds for those lists. So that is indeed what we'll also be doing this afternoon. And I'm hoping for some reptilians. I've heard there's been a few giant plated lizards around lately, so we'll see if we can't go get those as well. I mean, he's not interested in the camera. He's like, talk to the hand. But the hand... Yeah, no, I assume, Brandy, you're talking about the names of the cheetah. I didn't come up with them. But people say Andrew's not good at... Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, so that isn't any evidence, but I named Toothless, the toothless hippo. So, I mean, I thought that was pretty unique, pretty fun. But folks, I think with this pile up of cars, we're gonna have to love and leave our cheetahs. All right, goodbye, my boys. Very good to see you. Basil, you're gonna have to hop on. Happy New Year, sir. No, don't worry, I'll just go this way. Yeah? No worries. Happy New Year, sir. Send my love to the fam. Just watch yourself there. I'm so sorry, Basil. That's a knob for. There we go. Boom. Shakalaka. I accept the puncture. If I get one, I'll take the flat tire. I'll change it. It's okay. How's it, guys? Enjoy your game drive, eh? Cheers, Jakes. Station taking a standby at Lowveld of Dam. Are you still nearby? Station at Lowveld of Dam. Are you still nearby, or?
Yes.
Copy that. I just pulled out of this cheetah sighting. You can make your way. Andrew leaving the lock of these two male cheetahs, leaving Jake's in charge. Sure. I actually haven't seen chaos like that in a while for a sighting.
Jake, what standby number are you calling in? Jake, can you repeat that? That's trigger. On my way in, thanks, Jake.
It's ridiculous. How's it? Happy New Year. How's it, guys? Do you guys have a good one? No, not shabby. Not shabby. No, nice to spend some time down the coast. Yeah, I went to KZN. Yeah. Good to see you though. Take care, guys. Oh, look at that. There's another vehicle going in. There's two vehicles waiting here. Oh, shabalala. It's chaos. How's it, everybody? Let's get away from the peoples and get back into the bush. I feel like everyone's slowly making their way this side, so we're going to go the opposite way, and hopefully with all the traffic in this area, other areas have been left to explore and have check with Kevin if he knows when they were last seen. Kevin for Andrew. At least he'll know I'm actually working now, because I'm on game drive. All right, he's not answering. Let's go look at Lowveld of Dam, see what's there. We did see this dam. Mind-blowing how full the dam has become. But I wonder what sorts of life are hanging around the dam this afternoon. Who knows? Maybe some new migrant birds. We have already cracked the European roller, which I was quite surprised with. The fact that we saw them this year. Last year I didn't see a single one, and I've seen 3. Suppose the bush is essentially a bit of a gamble, but sorry. Hello everyone, sorry about that. Like I said, I don't know what happened. The G's are just all up in the trees trying to catch us today, and they're clearly succeeding. And they're not making Andrew very happy, to say the least. But that doesn't help me at all. So we did go past Lowveld Dam, folks, and there was absolutely nothing at the dam. Not even a bird, not even an emerald spotted wood dove. So I decided that with the technical difficulties, we're going to carry on, and we're going to head towards Cheetah Dam in hopes of new birds, new species, white-faced whistling ducks, leopard, Nyala, impala, who knows what's waiting for us at Seokoe Dam, but I just thought, you know, we haven't been there yet. Haven't been there yet this year for 2025, so it's about bloody time we did it, wouldn't you say? Oh, I think so. And you can see these string of stars are literally just everywhere. All this white you see around me, like even just along the road here, all string of stars. It's actually phenomenal. Sorry folks, someone's just posted a bird on the... Where's Warthog Pan? I assume that that is Kaya. So we won't be going there, but they have just found a lesser moorhen there. Now, if I am correct, we are still on the right track. We're headed towards the road known as Hoofpad, and then from there, we shall head towards Seokoe Dam. I really do apologize about the technical difficulties, folks. It's not anyone's cup of tea. I promise you it annoys me as much as it annoys everybody. It's not great, but I mean, the fact that we have just signal in the bush and are able to do this, yes, with the occasional hiccup, still amazing regardless. Just gotta fight off the G's today. Oh, puddle. Don't want to squish a terrapin. Always go through very slowly. I literally nearly, well, not nearly, I drove through a puddle leaving work earlier to go get some odds and ends. And a baby terrapin like this, like that, was in one of the puddles, and I saw his head poke up and he was scurrying away from where my tire was, obviously. But so it just goes to show that there are actually little things that live in even the smallest of rain puddles. So we're going to head to Seokoe Dam, see what we can see there, and then we might stick around that area because we know it's been quite productive for leopard at night. So we might invest. Oh, what was that? Big bird of prey just took off here. Just don't know if he's going to stick around for us. No, he's gone. Looked like a little, like a immature tawny, but I can't say for sure without actually seeing it because it was just a glimpse. The reason I say tawny is just because of the size of the bird. Tawnies are rather large eagles. So that is definitely one of the key factors in IDing a tawny eagle is size. Also, tawnies can be actually, what's the word? Super difficult to tell if it is a tawny or if it's another species because tawnies have so many different color morphs. You get white tawny eagles, you get beige tawny eagles, you get tanned tawny eagles, you get olive, no, okay, olive's a bit of a stretch, but you just get so many variations. I think there's like 6 or 7. Let's do some fun research once I've read these comments. Carol, Rietspruit has had some proper rain lately, eh? I mean, just considering how full Lowveld of Dam is and how full Mamba Dam is, must have at least had 180 mils of rain, if not more. That's probably a bit of a dramatic assumption, but I'm sticking with it. I actually think that's actually a valid estimate. I'm just thinking back to last Christmas, where the dams were empty and then it was just Matt and I stuck at camp, and we went on a morning game drive the night after a stupendous storm that lasted almost a full 24 hours. and we went to Mamba Dam and you couldn't even get around it. It was so full. So we must have had a substantial amount of rain since I've been gone. Betty, you make a valid point with the dry riverbeds flowing. So, like the Rietspruit is a non-perennial. What? Is it perennial? Yes, it is perennial. So basically, it's a dry riverbed until enough rain accumulates, and it actually was flowing whilst we were closed. The Rietspruit was flowing, which was amazing. I saw Kevin's post and it blew my mind. I've never seen a Rietspruit flow. It's happening. Here we go, en route to Searkoy Dam. It's getting cooler. It's getting cooler. So who knows? Hopefully, maybe the sun has set enough by the time we get close to the vicinity of Searkoy Dam that our spotted death cat friends are moving about, marking territory. Obviously, with all this rain, like I mentioned yesterday, all our territorial animals will be on patrol, re-scent marking all their scent posts and territorial boundaries. Nothing in the road there. Okay. But like I said, it would also be quite nice to see some of the smaller, maybe reptilian friends, like the giant plated lizard or a rock monitor. Basil and I, whilst we were doing those pre-recorded drives, had an epic sighting of a rock monitor digging, which was phenomenal. I mean, it's not often you get to see that behavior, and for him to, well, he didn't really stick around, to be totally honest. He just saw us and basically went into the hole. But to see that behavior regardless is just awesome, you know. Those lizards are very shy in nature. And like all reptiles, ooh. I thought it was cat tracks, but it's two warthog tracks on top of each other. Almost looking like it made a perfect little 3 back pad. Tisk tisk, Andrew. You can see Andrew's been out of the bush for a while. Got to get back on the tracking horse. Got to get back on the multitasking horse. It's okay, we'll get there. It's only day 2, folks. Just bear with me for a sec, and I promise you by, let's say maybe Thursday we'll be off. No, it's not left, so that goes to the fence line. I'm going off gut. I'm seeing if I don't need to rely on the map, if I can still get to Searkoy Dam, folks. That is my goal at the moment. Now, I'm curious, has anyone set up any goals or New Year's resolutions for 2025 that they're willing to share? Oh, no, no. There we go. Would be a good get, Mary. I haven't seen a lesser moorhen yet, so yeah, it's just unfortunate that it's on Kaya. Good afternoon, African Sky. Good to have you with us. We spent the first 10 minutes of drive with our lovely two Cheetah brothers, just saying Happy New Year to them and catching up, but there was a rowdy line of people waiting in the store to see them, like 6 or 7 vehicles, so we couldn't spend too long there. Obviously got to make space for others. And I do stick by that rule. I always do it because in the event that I'm the one waiting in a line, I want people to make space for me. That's why I said on the radio, I'll be 5 minutes and then I will leave. And we were 5 minutes, if that. So I only do it because I hope the favor gets returned in the future. Some people don't do that. Becky, that's a phenomenal goal to have. I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope it's a huge, huge success. I back you all the way. Just do it. And send me links so I can advertise for you. Haha, we did it. We are on the right track to see a quail. Look at that. We haven't been on leave for too long, have we? I mean, it was 14 days, but my word, it felt like we were gone a long time. I suppose it's always like that though, even on the normal 2 weeks leave, you know, you go for 2 weeks, you come back, everything's different. Everything's all over the place. Got to just climatize and accustom yourself with all the ends. Alrighty, so we're coming up to Siokwe Dam Wall, and Murphy's Law, there's people doing sundowners. Well, I mean, fair enough. It's better than doing it at Mamba Dam where you can see power lines and fences and, oh, hello, you cheeky bunch of monkeys. What are you scallywags? Oh, look at the baby on the branch, Basil. Or the youngster. I don't know if you can see him up there. Oh, I can't zoom in a bit. Go down. Down more. There. In the tree. Look at that little youngster, folks. Aren't you just adorable? Well, not too much of a youngster. It's bigger than I thought it was. From here, it looks like we're... Oh no, Basil, that's the wrong one. It's the one to the left. I was like, oh, that's not the monkey I saw. There we go. There's the youngster. Hello, you cute little thing. Are you foraging for berries? No, I've got an itchy groin. Oh, oh no, the camera's seen me. I've got to make a quick escape. Look how long their tail is in comparison to the rest of their body, everybody. Almost prehensile-like. Sure, there are actually a lot of vervet monkeys crawling around here. They're all doing silly things. The one just stood up like a meerkat. Sure. I could literally sit with vervet monkeys 24/7. Unless if they're stealing my bread, it's a different story. Then I could use firecrackers or something. No, I'm joking, folks. Completely joking. It's just annoying when your bread gets taken and then you have to make a sandwich out of frozen bread. But when you sit and watch them, like, I mean, look at this one in the tree here. What is he doing? You see him there, Basil? Like, what? What on earth are you doing, bud? He's like, I'm foraging. Leave me alone, Andrew. I'm doing my own thing. What is the orange in the bush behind the monkey? Africa sky. I'm not quite sure what you... Orange though. All right. See if you can go back. Up, up, up. There. Just zoom into those pods for me. So Africa sky, Becky, that looks like a russet bush willow. They do grow. Oh, a long time no see. I was just behind you. I was behind you on the airstrip. Took the sneaky turn. Yeah, just admiring the vervet monkeys. I don't know if you heard me. I was trying to call Kevin to find out. Like, do you know where they were last seen?
I saw them yesterday afternoon.
Where?
So southeast corner of Kaya, 2 clicks towards us.
Okay.
As you come down that thing, they were in the block.
So they could be on Kaya still.
I just thought I'd take a chance.
Ah, just wait. We'll have them swimming again soon.
Have fun.
Cheers, guys. All the best, eh? Oh, it's lovely getting to socialize with people again as well. I've missed talking to these familiar faces. Where my monkeys gone? Hello? Did you oaks not get the memo? You need to stick around and look cute for the camera. Silly things. I'll pull onto the dam wall quickly before I look at the chat. So Basil can show us the wonderful view of Lowveld of South Africa Dam. Absolutely stunning. Super full. Lovely mountain backdrop. It doesn't really get much better than that, folks. It really doesn't. I mean, you could sit here all day, not see a thing, and still be so appreciative just for the views. Carol, so those pods are called samaras. And any tree you see with a pod like that is part of the bush willow family. So you get really giant ones, which would be part of the large fruited bush willow. You get those ones, but I was actually looking at the leaves next to the orange of the pods, which hey, what's up, people? Sorry, folks, there's just got a random shout out saying we joined the live. Good on you, people. Good on you. We had quite a few. I could only pull russet. Well, Mary, you were bang on. You got the tree. So the biggest samaras would be from your large fruited bush willow. Your smaller ones mainly are your red bush willow, your leadwood, your russet bush willow. There's one more. What is it? Andrew's had a brain fart. I can't remember the last one offhand. But so the only time you'll get really big samaras, those pods we showed on camera a little bit ago, is your large fruited bush willow. But the bush willow family is just gorgeous trees in general. It's one of my favorite is the leadwood, which is part of the bush willow family. So, do the dams ever overflow? Becky, occasionally. I've never seen the dams overflow here in the 19 months I've been here, but I wouldn't put it past it. I'm sure they do. I mean, if the dry Rietspruit River flows, I'm sure somewhere one of the dams overflows. Whether it's here or on Kaya, I'm sure one of them overflows at least once. But going back to that lesser moorhen, that's just unfortunate that we couldn't get that bird. need to somehow figure out how to get traverse on Kaya. Not because they see leopards at Hippo Dam, more the fact that there was a lesser moorhen. Now, if you had told me 3 years ago that Andrew would be freaking out over a bird, I would have said, you're silly, you're losing your mind, birds are not that great, they can be... Did I hear you guys say you tuned in? Thanks, guys. Cheers. Yeah, no, I would have said birds are boring. Now, it's a completely different story. I suppose, you know, you take a city boy and you put him in the bush and then you just, I don't know, I think the thing for me with birding was my mates and I went to the Kruger in February sometime. I can't tell you how long ago it was because it was forever ago. And we weren't seeing much. So he was like, okay, let's do a competition. Who can find the most birds? And I wasn't a birder then. I was just Andrew. And then I did this competition and I somehow won. And I was like, yes, I can do this. This is cool. And then I started learning about the migrant birds and all the pretty birds that come through in the summertime. And I was like, okay, I could get invested in this. And then I saw 2 very cool birds down the south coast, which put me into birding. And that was the palm nut vulture, as well as the crowned eagle. And I actually saw both of those a couple of days ago, which is quite awesome. If you think about it, in terms of birds over the whole of South Africa, there are only 14 pairs of palm nut vultures left in Southern Africa. So to see one, yet alone a pair, is quite something. I cannot get over how much the bush has changed, folks. It's gone from being dry, arid, no water, dusty, to just humid, thick, congested bush. It is amazing. Now, one thing I'm quite excited about with all this rain is all the puddles it leaves behind. And what happens when those puddles dry is an animal comes to drink, stepping in the mud, and then when that puddle dries, there's a perfect paw print solidified in the mud. And I've already added to my collection. I've got my first one. I've got a perfect cheetah cub print. So as soon as I have a lion and a leopard, I will put them in a frame. Oh, well, that's not good. I don't think we can go here. Well, U-turn. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's so unfortunate. It's okay. It's just water. I won't die. But it's just unfortunate because my sock got wet at the same time. So having one wet foot and one dry foot is not pleasant. But I think it's... I mean, we could do it, but I don't want to be responsible for breaking the car. So we're not going to take the risk. Unnecessary risks is just asking for trouble. That's like going out into the bush without a spare tire, high lift jack, and a tire spanner. That's just silly. Don't do it, basically. The radio's been awfully... that's why. I do love this part of the reserve, though, this Nyala route, this southeastern corner. It's one of the thicker parts of the reserve, but also always provides, no matter what, whether it's the views from the dam itself, plains game, get a lot of inyala in this area, a lot of bushbuck, impala. Now, one thing I haven't seen too many of since I've been back is impala babies and wildebeest babies. I do know that our resident for wildebeest had a calf the other day. Super exciting. Can't wait to see him or her for the first time. But just gotta wait for the right day, I suppose. But one reason I do particularly love this area is all these drainage lines that run along the river. The supposed dry river as well, which isn't so dry at the moment, hence the U-turn. But it looks like wildebeest, and there's wildebeest calf tracks here. There's tiny little wildebeest tracks next to the big ones, so I can only assume a herd came through here. I'll never forget the one day I tracked and found wildebeest. That was an accomplishment for me. Mary, Carol, I don't know if you remember that, but I was quite chuffed. Mary specifically had asked folks to see wildebeest, and it was like the last half an hour of drive, and I just found fresh wildebeest tracks. So I was like, okay, might as well give it a crack. Went 200 meters down the road, saw more tracks, carried on. 10 minutes later, we found a herd of like 15. Aha. Seems like the pandemonium chaos has settled. Everyone's had their fix of the cheetah for this afternoon. And now it seems like everyone else is on another mission looking for all the other wonderful things that call the Rietspruit Game Reserve home. I'm hoping, if I recall correctly, there's a little slip road somewhere along here that takes us closer to the drainage line, because I'd love to know how far the waters come down the actual drainage. Ooh. See, the tracking still needs to just update. You know how if you have an Apple phone, every now and then there's an update. That happens to Andrew when he's gone for 2 weeks and then needs to come back. It has to update. It has to kind of regain memory of how to do it all, and then it just full force happens in the blink of an eye. Now, I would really love to follow up on those elephants, but the update Trevor gave me, he found them on Kaya yesterday, and considering how hot and humid it was last night, I don't think those elephants would have gone too far at all. If anything, elephants don't really move too much at night, but then again, that being said, if it's a cool night, they can move kilometers. So, you know, that's one of those book statements where you read that they don't move, but they actually do move. So it just actually depends on how the elephants were feeling. Was it hot enough that they didn't want to move, or was it cool enough that they did move? But my bet is that they are currently on Kaya. And as we know, we unfortunately cannot go to Kaya. So we shall try and look for maybe the Pride, maybe Rhino cow and calf, Rhino 22 and calf. Always love looking in soft substrate, or, oh, here we go. Here's a perfect example of what we mean about how it's harder to find animals in summer. You see this little drainage, Basil? See the puddle there? Oh no, come back. Look at what I just nearly stood on walking to. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Oh, There we go. I don't know if you can see that. Actually not sure. Oh, okay, he's gone. It's a small frog. It looks like a tree frog of some sorts. I'm not 100% sure. My frog knowledge needs to be updated. But, folks, if you take a look here, yeah, that got me. Nice. Ow. But if you take a look here, you can actually see a perfect puddle. And even though it's still water, it's actually quite clean still. It hasn't been stagnant too long, which suggests it is rainwater. But these puddles throughout the reserve fill up, and animals don't have to go that far to the big dams to get water. They can drink out of things like that. Excuse me. Often making game viewing a heck of a lot harder at times, especially in the rainy season, because there's so many different puddles available to all the animals. I just thought that was a nice example though. Actually quite pretty up the drainage lines. I really wish we could like walk up a drainage line for a game drive, if you will. It'll be a challenge for my guiding, as well as just awesome to explore something we haven't done yet. So I'll definitely raise that at the next ops meeting, but that might only be in 2 weeks' time. But it is cooling down amazingly. It is probably the best temperature it's been all day. It's warm enough, but it's cool enough. So cats will probably start moving about soonish. Your rhinos will slowly start headed towards the water holes for their last drink of the day. Bear in mind, this is where we saw male the other day, so it's possible that he could be in his area, but with male leopards it's kind of hard because they do their territorial patrols, and because their territories are so big. Let's say, so take the night Gareth and I found the blowbunk male at Siakoi Dam, for example. Let's say we on a Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, he probably won't be there because he's going around the rest of his territory and scent marking and remarking all those scent posts. So it's kind of like luck of the draw if he is on a territorial pursuit that you get to see them, because you don't actually know how big their territory is. So you don't know if it takes him 2 days to circle his full territory or if it takes a week to circle his full territory. But this is another perfect place to check for tracks. What do we have here? Is there anything there, Basil? Or is that just tortoise tracks? Huh? But what's really cool, so Basil's right, it is tortoise tracks. You can see the 2 consecutive lines of tracks. But what's really cool about this is you can actually see the little claws of the tortoise feet here. And that's something I actually haven't seen in a tortoise track yet. It's pretty awesome, isn't it? They must be loving life lately, these leopard tortoises and the specs hinged tortoises. Now, so far, for tortoise season, I've only seen 1 specs hinged tortoise spotted by the wonderful Basil, who basically comedy at its finest. Yo, that was a bit frightening. Let's see if that works. There we go. Out of the soft sand. Back onto normal road. I'm surprised we haven't seen any plains game this afternoon. No impala, no giraffe, nyala, kudu, waterbuck. Huh? Daker, we have, Basil makes the best point. We haven't seen a single Daker. That is wild. That is wild, folks. Oof, I thought I had a whiff of popcorn for a second there. Sure, these roads got mangled, everybody. With this rain we've had, it's clearly been quite a lot of rain because these roads, shame. Oh, Basil, please hold on. This hole might send you to Mars. You holding on? Look at the size of that hole, folks. That is a big hole. But I don't want to. Can you imagine someone comes speeding up this road going at like, excuse me, sorry. Like I mentioned yesterday, Andrew is still very sick, but we're pushing through. But can you imagine someone flying through there at like 40 kilometers an hour and they hit that hole? Someone's gonna fling forward. The tire and axle will probably fall off. That's that would be an interesting scenario, to say the least. There we go. Becky, it is indeed summer. And yes, my foot did get quite substantially wet. It's not pleasant driving with one sock sopping wet. I must be honest. I can't contain that one. It's not the greatest. I feel like I'm gonna pick up leeches or something along the way. I hope not. Africa Sky, you're right. One of my biggest dreams is to go to Costa Rica for birds. Birds of paradise, toucans, macaws. It's unparalleled to any other place on earth for birding. In my opinion, it's probably like the top, if not the top 3 destinations to go for birding. It is wicked. Another place I'd really love to go for birding is actually India. They've got some of the most beautiful flycatchers, rollers. Funnily enough, I cannot tell you what species of roller it is. It could have even been a purple or European roller, depending on where they migrate to. But I actually saw, whilst in Thailand, I saw a roller, which was quite wild. I have no idea what what species it was though of roller, but you know the general body shape. You can tell it's a roller, that thick bill, thick breast, and just general shape, as well as the colors of the plumage, you know. It stands out among other bird species. It's like calling out a bushshrike compared to a sparrow per se. Like it's distinct. The difference is there. You know it's there. Where? Okay, I'm not lost. Sorry, folks, just double checking the map, you know. Like I said, I know I've only been gone for like 15 days, but it feels like an eternity. I just want to make sure I'm sticking to the route I want to go along, which we are, just to confirm. We are. Now, I do know that whilst we were closed and Gareth was here at Hayes, he did get a glimpse of Kudu Crypt 2-3. Now, I've got some unfortunate news about that lovely leopard, my favorite leopard on this reserve. Although after our... Oh, don't run, stay there. Oh, so skittish. Got some impala rams here. It looked like they were fighting a bit. Not fighting, but like sparring with one another. Let me see if I can pull closer for you, Basil. No, don't run. Why do you run?
Stereo flow bank.
Window. Back. Got a lovely little herd of rams here, or bachelor herd of rams, if you will. And they are in pristine condition as well. But they're not making Basil's life very easy. Where are all the babies? Alrighty, we'll leave you be, you camera shy impalas. I think, folks, next on the agenda, we shall hit coup de crêpe. Who knows, maybe my darling cat is waiting there for me. But we'll never know if we don't check it out. So that is where we are headed next. And the other day, I say the other day, it was literally yesterday, we bumped into a rhino bull just casually coming down the road in that vicinity. So who knows, maybe there's a rhino bull waiting for us. Lula and Kalula are normally on the airstrip at this time as well. Not seeing them though. Now I do believe Rhino Revolution has stopped feeding them. As you can see, there's just thick, luscious vegetation everywhere. Lots of grass. I can see that I haven't seen is the black rhino. I haven't seen a black rhino in quite some time, folks. Just as much as
Sometimes on the eastern front, making the way north.
Of course, the cheetahs, as everyone's now left them, are up on the move, probably looking to hunt. They are headed north, which unfortunately means they're headed towards Kaya, folks. So I have no doubt in my mind that tomorrow morning they will be called in on Kaya. But I think what we're going to do on tomorrow morning's Zoom, and for those of you who haven't booked, there is a private Zoom drive going ahead tomorrow morning. We go live at 4:45 SAST. So if you haven't emailed to book, I suggest doing so. Definitely worth it. You get one-on-one communication with the guide, and you can actually have conversations with one another. So if you haven't done that already, do so. For some reason, there's always some sort of action that happens on a Zoom drive. It's just, it's so random. It happens to work out that way. It's not like we control the sightings and the bush, but I mean, if you had to watch some of the Zoom drives back, you would think we do control the sightings. Impala, wildebeest, rhino, no cat tracks here. Now another dam I'd be eager to see is Leipart Dam. Haven't been there yet this season for 2025. So I think once we've checked coup de crêpe, if there's nothing there, we'll head back towards Leipart Dam. But I'm just, what? Were we? When? Yes, no, I know yesterday when in drive, I don't remember going to Leipart Dam. I mean, you're probably right. Spotted thick I don't remember. Folks, if you were on the drive yesterday, just help Basil and I out, see if we did go to Lepatdam. Like I say, every day is just another day in the bush. There's no time frame. Sometimes it feels like the drive you took yesterday was 4 weeks ago and vice versa. And it's, it's a weird cycle to try and explain, but I promise you this is not Basil and I being forgetful. It just happens. Happens to the best of us. I think you're right, Basil. I think you're right. Even Carol was like, were we not at Lepatdam yesterday? Even my mom said Andrew's still on holiday mode. Thanks, Mom. Oh, indeed we do, Mary. Indeed we do. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Becky's just sent a request for Zoom as well. So Matthew, please, if you can hear me, will you just add Becky to the list? Copy. And then those of you who do join the Zooms, just a reminder that the link will go out an hour before drive starts. So just look out for that link tomorrow morning, or I suppose for all of you folks, tomorrow evening, night, midday, somewhere there. It's just not morning. Or it could be morning. I'm so useless with time zones. It's actually like England's apparently only 1 hour behind us, but then you go to other places like Mauritius, which is like a 2-hour flight or something, and they 2 hours, I think. Not sure. Yeah, time zones aren't my forte, folks. Please, please, just bear with me. We're doing our very best. Sure, it's been a quiet afternoon. I'm glad we got to get a glimpse of our two Cheetah brothers, though. I agree. I feel like those names can be upgraded, but we'll have to speak to Victoria about that. Slowly getting dark. It's almost getting to that time where I'm going to need a spotlight. Not yet. I can still see about 80%, 90%. Nothing. Alrighty, we're coming up to Kitty Crypt shortly, folks. It's just around the corner here. Now, I'm sure if I hop out and take a little gander, I haven't used that word in a while, have a little gander, have a little look about. I'm sure we might find some more baby frogs like that one I found earlier. Maybe a bit more of a relaxed one to show you all. Oh, it looks like there's a car here. There is a car here, so we won't be going there. Just watch your leg there. All right, well, scratch that thought. We'll go check out Sorry, everybody. I don't know what's happening. I'm not even going to fight with it, so just accepting it. But we'll appreciate the parts that work with us. AKA like right now. But definitely getting thick to the point where, sure, if some sightings aren't in the road, we might not get the best view of animals, to be totally honest. It's getting super, super thick in some parts of this reserve. It's actually blowing my mind how thick it's getting. And you forget about it, because like I was here this time last year. I saw it this thick, but I suppose, you know, once you've seen it this thick and then you see it go to desolate, isolated, like just barren land, you know, you don't really expect it to grow back like this. You expect, oh, there's going to be green, but you don't expect it to just magic. It's almost as if there's like little magic pockets in the bush that just happen. Now, I do want to find a chameleon. I tried to find one last night, but we weren't successful. So tonight is round 2, and we will keep doing rounds until we get one. That is a promise. But for those that are signed up for the Zoom tomorrow, how are we feeling about, I know, Carol, you mentioned you want to do a dam tour. Why don't we do that? Oh, no, we'll do that on a pack drive. And tomorrow, Andrew will come up with another plan. That's the plan. We'll do a dam tour on a pack drive, and then tomorrow I will, by tomorrow morning, have come up with a plan of what to do tomorrow morning. I feel like it's just going to be catch-up chats. Very excited for them as well. Now, one thing I actually can't get, the one smell I can't get out of my nostrils at the moment is the stinky feet of the silver cluster leaf. It's honestly probably my least favorite smell in the African bush. I actually prefer the smell of dust. It's quite a crazy, dramatic comparative, but I'm not lying. I'd rather take dried dust than silver cluster leaves. It's a smell that just takes you by surprise, and when you smell it, you're like, what on earth is that? I mean, you think an elephant, there must be an elephant or something nearby, or some smelly creature who hasn't had a mud bath in a while, but no, it's just the silver cluster leaf itself. But look at this. This is all string of stars. All of this here. All this that I'm shining my lights on here, folks, is all string of stars. You can just make out the little white top layer. Like, look at that. Just everywhere. It's actually wild. I didn't know that this reserve had such a high population of string of stars. I'll do my reading about them tonight. I do, however, know that they are perennial, so they...
Can someone please advise what was the last block of that line on the Valavius kill? It was on the...
Turn that down. See, now with it being thick, you know, you can try and creep up to a waterhole, but something can sneak off so easily and quickly as well, that it's just going to be impossible to say if something did sneak past you or not. Reservoir is looking a bit empty. Spiders. Well, I'll tell you for one thing. There is a mosquito breeding ground in this little reservoir. Not some place I want to stick around for too long. Just thought I'd have a look and see if there's any tracks. Did you move your foot? Oh, okay. So I heard a little squeak and I was like, something's coming for me. Something's gonna eat me. Not today, wildlife. Not today. All right, back in the hot seat. Let's head on over to Seskan Crypt, folks. Time for some lights and a spotlight. Now, this area we're in now, with it being so thick, and it's a lot of sickle bush in this area as well, I wouldn't be surprised if we do find a chameleon in this area. They do actually prefer thorn trees compared to non-thorn trees, just for that extra added protection from predators. But that being said, I suppose birds of prey are a threat to chameleons, but probably their biggest, most prominent threat is the boomslang. Now, the boomslang, if you don't know, has really big eyeballs. And a boomslang can actually, even if a chameleon is sitting dead still, like dead still, not even breathing, a boomslang is able to actually suss out what's a leaf and what is a chameleon. So unfortunately for a chameleon, there's no hiding from a boomslang unless they get lucky. But I'm glad that the boomslang is not my arch nemesis. It's a snake you do not want to get bitten by out here in the bush, or just in general. There's no anti-venom for a boomslang bite. It's a concoction of hemotoxic and neurotoxic, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check that. Dun, 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 dun. If the snake app loads. Oh, it's dark. I'm going to quickly put a light on, just on the floor. There's a little steenbok running away. There he goes. There we go. Look at that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. One of the dwarf antelope species we get here. I'm still yet to see klipspringer. Sure, it's taking a little longer to load than I thought it was. I will carry. Okay, that's. I just want to know about the vent. So, the worms. There we go. So it is primarily a hemotoxin, but it also does have neurotoxin in the venom as well. So basically it just causes you to bleed from every orifice in your body. Yes, every orifice. I don't want to even picture bleeding from my eyes. It sounds quite scary. But bites from a boomslang, folks, are actually so almost unrecorded. Now, the reason for this is they pop the collie it needs to latch on and actually chew and chew and chew, and that's when you get envenomated. But because it has to chew and chew and chew, oftentimes when people think they've been bitten by a boomslang, 90% of the time it tends to be a dry bite. And what I mean by a dry bite is the snake bit you, but no venom actually went in. Now, if you're talking about, like, you know, what's the most dangerous venomous snake, doesn't matter what venomous snake it is, but it's not the adult snakes that are the most dangerous. If anything, it's the hatchlings. Hatchlings are the most dangerous because they don't have the capacity to control their venom output. So when that baby hatchling bites you, it pumps venom. Not to say that an adult snake would not pump venom, they will regardless, but they just have no stop, the hatchlings. So that's one snake you don't want to have any altercations or problems with. That's one snake you want to admire from very much afar. If anything, the snake I'm most scared of, and me, I like all snakes, like I'll handle any snake, but the one that makes me the most nervous is not a Mozambique spitting cobra, it's not a black mamba, it's a boomslang. And even though, yes, I mentioned, you know, they're rear fanged, so they have to chew to actually envenomate you, you never know. There could just be some pure fluke. The side of the back fang just grazes your finger, and it just takes like a minute molecule of venom to enter the bloodstream and disaster strikes. So that's one snake I suggest staying very far away from. I actually don't even know how I got on about speaking about snakes there, but now we know. Now we know. YouTube. What is going on? What just happened to my YouTube? It just vanished. Sorry, folks, bear with me for a second. I just need to get my stuff up and running again. Seems like the G words are just not Andrew's friend today, that's for sure. To say the very least. Come on, YouTube. I don't know what's happened to my YouTube. It's gone on the blink. Links. YouTube. Open. Aha! Ooh. There, elephant. Boom! That's why you never give up hope, folks. Oh, please, 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 please. I'm gonna give you space. Don't you worry. I'm hiding here under the tree and I'm turning my indicator on. I don't know why. Wow, that's a lovely surprise. Look at that. Mom and Cheeky Chops playing again. Oh, it's not Mom, it's Dentine. All right, now that these two have moved off a bit, I'm gonna just sneak past, and the others seem to be wallowing, which I think would be quite awesome to enjoy. Even though it's a bit dark, we won't shine the lights too much. Hey, Cheeky Chops, don't start your rubbish. Thank you. How lovely is this, folks? Stations, I've just located the elephant herd. They are 200 meters south of Seskan Krip in a wallow in that open sodic area. Currently static, but slowly headed south. Well, that was a nice surprise. I even said I wanted to see them today. That's awesome. Thank you guys for showing yourself. Isn't this just magical though, folks? Like, you can sit and be completely quiet with Ellies and just, it's just magic. They are definitely going to block us on our way home though. That's okay. It's a better roadblock than, what do you say? Sorry about that, folks. But we are still in the presence. Oh, someone's a bit gassy. That's all we're hearing from behind this bush. We're just hearing just bubbles. But before we got cut out, believe it or not, the one and only Cheeky Chops, guess what he was doing? Being cheeky. Silly thing. Silly elephant. There's one of the bulls at the back there. All right, there's nothing. And get Basil a bit of a better glimpse of this one that's still wallowing here. Look at that, folks. She's gonna come right past us. Hello. Hey, madam. You're okay. Stations, the elephant herd is now moving further south away from Seskankrip, headed along Seskanpatsat. Gonna do is we're gonna head back to the road just so we don't catch a surprise elephant running at us out of nowhere, which in my opinion is the best way to view elephants, not have them running at you, if you will. Let's just not hit a tree stump either on our way out. Just watch your head there. You good? Sure. Haha! Look at that in the road. What did I say? So I'm just gonna cruise because I see some to the right of us and I don't know how close they are here, and I don't want to get myself into a situation tonight. I actually don't know what I would do. Here we go, there's an elephant in this gap, so I'm gonna stop right here. Hello, Dentine. You can hear them using that ultrasonic frequency, talking to one another. There's one playing hide and seek behind the tree. We see you. Peekaboo. We see Well, hello. We are now being surrounded by the elephants. There's one right behind us. There you go. I see you. It's okay. Now the only problem is we parked in the road and she's come behind us. So now we are blocking her from the rest of her herd in front of her, which is not where I want to be. But if I move now, she will for sure start chasing after the car. And I don't want to be chased by an elephant today. You walk past gently. I just need to keep my eye on her, baby. You keep going past. Smooth and swiftly. There you go. Munching on a tree now. Oh, look who's coming to be obnoxious. And stop right there. Stop it. I just wanted to wish you a happy new year. And now you're being mean. Now you're being very rude. Oh, she's getting closer. Well, this is where I did not want to be, folks. There you go. Just keep moving past, please. That's close enough. Thank you. You look beautiful after your mud bath. Did you have a spa day? Yes. I'll just turn those front lights off. Hey, that's okay. You can see how she's twisting her trunk, smelling the air. Yes, hello, I'm here. I can't really go anywhere because you will run after me if I move the car. We've also got a second one to our left here. I don't know if you can see it there. Just playing hide and seek behind the tree, but if an elephant, oh, there we go. Even the cicada's like, oh my gosh, there's an elephant walking past the car. Hey! Hey! No! Hey! God, don't come here with your rubbish. I'm not in the mood. I'm really not in the mood. Please. Thank you. I see you. You actually being phenomenally well behaved. Okay, not anymore. Stop it. Hey? Just wanted to wish you guys a happy new year. Hey!
Hey!
Oh, Hazel, calm. She's chilled. Just keep going, girl. No one's here to hurt you. No one's here to cause trouble. No, there you go. See? No one's here to fight. Okay? My word. That was interesting. We had her charging us from this side, or giving us drama, if you will, and then we had this one here shaking its head at me this side. Still going a bit, but not as bad. And now she's just gonna destroy this tree over here. This lovely shepherd's tree. Well, I really didn't want that, but I'm gonna have to go change my pants in a little bit. Yes, I see you. You're not hidden. But you were the best behaved, so just stay the best behaved, please. Sure. Rowdy bunch of elephants, isn't it? My word. Good golly gumdrops, wasn't that quite exquisite? Silly mosquitoes. Can hear them buzzing all around my ears. See, now we've got another conundrum, folks. Now we only know where four of the elephants are. I don't know where the other two are. They could be behind us, they could be in front of us. Don't go that way, because now you're going to come around behind me. Silly billies. Silly, silly elephantes. Well, I hope everybody else's pants are in check, because mine aren't. That was Not something we needed tonight, but yeah, like I said, it happened, didn't it? We're still here though. They definitely made they definitely made their entrance into 2025. Best believe that. Sure. Sorry folks, I'm trying to think of what to say, but the adrenaline's going a bit. That elephant to our left got a bit too close and wasn't standing down at a second, so that's even when you like, ooh. Because like I keep saying to everybody, like, I'm not comfortable with the elephants. The day you get comfortable is the day you get complacent, and that's the day you die. I do not particularly want to go out via elephant. So always respect them. Always know that they are in charge, and you can do everything by the book. And it can still go wrong. You just have to trust your instincts. But that's where reading the animals comes into play quite a bit. You know, you don't want to approach an angry elephant. If you can see they're angry from a while back, you stay put. You don't go closer. Meanwhile, they looked very calm. I approached. I was following this one in front of us, Cheek Chops and Dentine. And then the two other elephants decided to come around this side of the vehicle. So we positioned fine. We actually positioned perfectly for the herd because they were all moving this direction. So we were actually perfectly positioned, but they decided, Andrew's back, let's make his life miserable. But you didn't. If anything, you actually just made my day. Thank you, Elise. Appreciate y'all. What a beautiful, beautiful way to end a drive. I wonder if we're going to get visitors at camp tonight. If they keep heading in this direction, I'm sure we'll see them either early hours of the morning or a bit later on tomorrow. Let's just go back a tiny bit. Just don't want an elephant to pop out of nowhere here. Can't see it, eh? Alrighty, folks. I think whilst the road is clear, I'm gonna take the gap. But this is where you drive super slow, super cautiously. You don't know if there's an elephant hiding behind another bush. You don't want to tick them off. Don't you start. Alrighty. Now there you go. They're just to the left of us here. All calm, relaxed, hey girl. And there's the one who started all the drama. Bloody cheeky chops. The name is fitting, folks. The name is very fitting. Alrighty, everybody. I do apologize about the technical difficulties throughout drive this afternoon. I hope tomorrow will be a lot better. But I hope you had a blast. I hope each and every one of you, even those of you on the public channel, had a brilliant time, had lots of fun, learned a thing or two. And from Basil, myself, and Matt, we shall see you all again very soon on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.